Welcome back. This is video number 2, and in this particular video we will talk about why you must have one-time offers. The purpose of this video is kind of to set the tone and to kind of get you into this headspace. So I really want you to think about this. Have you ever thought about how much one-time offers can really make a difference? We're talking about the one-time offers that are only revealed after you purchase a product. We're not talking about the McDonald's bump sale, as we call it, where they say, would you like fries with that, or would you like to basically make it bigger? We're talking about the one-time offers that people only see after they have said, I trust you, I've whipped out my wallet, and I bought the front-end offer. So these are going to be a lot more high converting. Or have you just accepted because some other marketer or somebody else told you that they work? So really what we're trying to do here is dissect them, all right? Once you have a better understanding of them, it just makes it easier. Now, it's oftentimes good to look at whys, different angles, so you understand how to pinpoint the weaknesses in your funnel. So even if your funnel is converting, there's always room for improvement. And that is the mindset that is going to get you far. So if you can kind of get into that headspace, then you're going to do wonders for your funnel. Now, when we did tests back in the day, we found that just adding, an extra 1 or 2 one-time offer can literally triple your sales if done right. If you follow this blueprint and you're making, let's say, a couple grand, you could potentially double that or triple that just by adding a one-time offer. Now, obviously there's no guarantee, but that's just something that we have found personally within our own tests and with our own experience. So not having a one-time offer actually makes you rely solely on the front end offer. And what happens to your mindset is this. What ends up happening is that you are solely focused on the initial customer acquisition that you totally forget about your existing customers who have already proven themselves to want more from you. As long as you are, providing good quality, of course, they're going to want to buy more from you, assuming that you have solved your promise initially. Now that you think about that, how many one-time offers do you really need? Well, that depends on the problem that you're trying to solve. In other words, maybe instead of asking that question, you should ask, how much does it take? How many one-time offers does it take to help your customers solve their problems? Does it take 1? Does it take 2? Does it take 3? Or does it take 4? Now, of course, you don't want to get too many, or of course, that will just annoy the customer and anger them. So you want to do it in moderation and enough that will actually help solve their problems. Now, some customers may want a few one-time offers, such as they might want to do it themselves. And then some customers might want to have you do it for them, and they're willing to pay more money to do that. So I want you to get kind of in that headspace and mindset. It's just going to make things easier in building out your whole funnel. All right, with that said, let's move on to the next video. Hello and welcome back. This is video number 3, and we're going to talk about why most one-time offers are not converting. And the reason why is this will help you pinpoint the weaknesses, and that will help you create better one-time offers. So before we can jump in and start mapping things out, you need to understand why they're not converting, all right? So understanding this will allow you to get a better perspective of why your one-time offers may not be converting, so you can make it better. So otherwise, if I just jump straight into showing you how to set up smart one-time offers, what would happen is you would be blindly guessing. And we want you to be successful, all right? So that's why we've kind of mapped this video course out as it is. So most one-time offers don't convert simply because they are unrelated to the front-end offer. And now, while that does seem like a no-brainer, that's a very, very common mistake. And that's fine. If that's totally fine, because now you can improve it. But think about it for just a second. Let's say that you bought a course on how to save taxes. You're presented with a one-time offer, which is another course, which is how to run your business better. All right. And I've seen this. I've seen hundreds of one-time offers, hundreds and tons of funnels, and this has happened. And yes, while they are related, and you might have some folks buy into it because they are related, they do run a business, and most of the time business related taxes. If it's personal taxes, obviously it's not related, but if it's business taxes, then yes, it is related. And they might buy into that. You might get one or two or a few people, or even sometimes you might even get like 5% buy it. But the fact of the matter is, yes, they are related, and you might have some people buy it, but it doesn't exactly solve the person's initial problem, which is related to taxes, business taxes, let's say. So a lot of times when people build funnels, they start with lead magnet first, then they build the front end offer, and then they build the one-time offer. But if you think about it, if you do that, it's very, very hard to build exactly what people want. You kind of have to do it backwards. And I'll show you in just a minute. So this is wrong, and I'll show you why in this mind map. Okay, so I'm in Lucidchart right now, and a typical or traditional funnel looks like this, or it's built like this. Typically, you start obviously with the lead magnet, and then of course you do a front end offer. And a lot of times, if you think about it, let's just do a lead magnet for the sake of the whole funnel. Of course, you're going to have several different lead magnets because you're trying to build your list. And lead magnet, if you aren't aware of what it is, it's just a freebie that you're giving away for free in exchange for somebody's email address. So the goal of this is to build a list of people who eventually want your funnel, right? Now, a lot of times people will just think, okay, what's a good lead magnet that I have? Or what can I put together? And they'll just slap it together. And the next thing is they'll put together a front end offer. And they're thinking, okay, this is a really good front end offer that I can put together. And the next thing they'll do is they'll think, okay, what kind of one-time offer can I put together? And a lot of times they won't even think about it. They'll just say, okay, I've got this thing, right? And then they're thinking, okay, maybe I gotta put another one-time offer number 2. That's just a good offer, right? So my point is, not a whole lot of thought is put into it, or maybe there is a lot of thought that is put into it, but it's just random, right? So the majority of one-time offers and the whole funnel is usually created this way. And by doing it this way, kind of in a very random way, this is actually not good for your funnel, because how do you know if the progression from here will lead to here? Meaning, if somebody buys this, how do you know that is going to be exactly related to this, exactly related to this, and exactly related to this? So that's what happens when you move from the front to the back. So with the Smart OTO, we use a different method, which I'll show you in just a minute.